to 1. Respectable and Honrado at 7 to 1. The favorite for the OK Gold Bowl is Eaton Lad at 4 to 1.
Tremendous support and Respectable, second last year, and one has the feeling that this filly mare that she is now is one that could possibly do it on the day, but maybe it's a little bit far, for she has to carry the weight too. But she ran a terrific race in the Gold Bars at Clarewood Park when she turned the tables on Icona.
Young Australia's Gold Bars fuel into the home stretch, 500 to go. Glenelly's still there from Admiralty Arch. Behind that, Sand down the inside with the white noseband and white cap is the favourite Icona, and right on the inside Party Quinn. 300 to go on the extreme right with the white cap. Icona hits the front. Sacred Pool and Basil Marcus coming on strongly. White sleeves, white cap in the centre. Sacred Pool and Icona, these are the two. And it's Sacred Pool on the outside, Icona the inside. Respectable's flying. Respectable's coming the strongest of all. And Respectable from Icona, Floating Casino and Sacred Pool.
She's a very game mare and has the very capable rider Geoffrey Lloyd aboard, who would not be out of place overseas in racing. Geoffrey Lloyd rides Respectable, and I spoke to him earlier. The question is, can you turn the tables on Icona?
I think that on this track it's more possible for her. She ran on from last in the Gold Cup and ran third, making up ground on them. This longer running will probably suit her more than Icona, I would think.
Second last year, how would you describe that run?
She's a filly you've got to know. Pierre had never ridden her before then, and she makes up ground very quickly. And from the 800 to the 400, he'd made up something like 8-9 lengths on them. And I think that's what might have just cost her at the end when needed to find that little extra. She couldn't hold off Honey Chunk.
The big question, can she stay, and how are you going to ride her?
Well, she's drawn 11. She's going to probably only have about 4 horses behind her. I'm sure the pace is going to be on, which will be in her favour, and ride a very patient race. And the false rail is out, so probably just try and pick up something. My dangers, what I think, El Honrado, Icona. Try and find them up the straight and follow them as long as she's going well and get them late.
Brilliant rider, and we'll watch with great interest where Respectable is placed and how Geoffrey Lloyd moves through the field. His technique, of course, is absolutely superb.
Sprinting Light from the Gary Alexander stable has the services of Pierre Stratham. He's run second in this race twice before Pierre, and he would dearly love to win the race once again.
He ran in the OK trial at Turpentine on the 7th of September. It was a tremendous performance up against the great Rakeen. Let's have a look at that one.
300 to go now. Sprinting Light with the white blinkers moves up to challenge on the outside. Tango Boy. That's Rakeen with the white sleeves and the white cap and the black colours now starting to throw out a challenge between runners. Look to the inside. That's the edge, and the green and black also starting to run on. But as they come to the 300 now, Rakeen is pacing hard onto Sprinting Light on the outside. Tango Boy. Rakeen, Sprinting Light, and King of York. The edge trying to battle on along the inside, but Sprinting Light is still in front. Rakeen is mounting a strong late challenge. Sprinting Light, but Rakeen is coming on strongly at the end. Rakeen has won the OK trial by a short head. In second place was Sprinting Light, then came King of York, and the edge was fourth.
Commentator Graham Hawkins, and what price Rakeen next time out? Finishing like a train there. Sprinting Light is ridden by Striker Stratham, our current champion jockey, and I spoke to him a little earlier. Were you happy with the ride behind Rakeen in the OK trial?
Yes, I was very happy the way he ran. I mean, there was a very good run to run the short head behind Rakeen. The only thing that put me off, at the finish he had enough. And so I'm a bit doubtful if he'll see out this C2.
So what are your tactics, your riding tactics going to be? You're obviously going to have to save this American-bred Sprinting Light.
Well, I'll have to try and save him, but then also not too much. He's got a very long striding action, and he doesn't accelerate quickly, so I've got to have him in touch, and also at the same time try and, you know, save him for the finish.
So you're hoping for a slow pace?
Not too slow, because then I might out-sprint me, and so I'm hoping they don't go too fast and not too slow.
What's your choice?
Icona.
Well, that's Pierre Stratham tipping Icona to win. He's obviously decided to go for class despite the weight. Sprinting Light carries 52, is trained by Gary Alexander. Well, let's get up to date with the latest betting from Henny Peterson.
Since you've been here last, Martin, there's been steady money for the top one here, Eaton Lad, being quoted now at 3-1, and quite a bit of money for the filly Respectable. Respectable now being quoted at 8-1, and still a steady stream of money also for El Honrado, which is being quoted at 7-1. So the latest betting: 3-1 Eaton Lad, 4-1 Icona, 7-1 Sprinting Light and a whole El Honrado, and at 8-1 we have Respectable.
Thank you, Henny. And of course, Ormond Ferraris is regarded in such high esteem in the Transvaal, like Terence Millard was in the Cape, and he and Gene Hamming have had such a hold on racing here, Robin.
Yes, and Eaton Lad must hold a special place in his heart because he was the co-breeder, he's the co-owner, and he's also the trainer. And that's something special in racing because it's not often that happens.
Well, it will be an unbelievable moment, and I can tell you the winning box, you won't be able to hear a word there if Eaton Lad comes in. Waishong Maring has won 2 races today. He's aboard Eaton Lad, and they really will go absolutely wild if he were to win this race. As you can see, the performance of the horse, absolutely superb. Waishong Maring is in form, and we expect a very, very big race from Eaton Lad today.
There's a horse who's really bred for distance, Martin. In most of his starts over ground, he's always been in the money, and a very, very good run in the Computer Form St. Ledger, where he beat King Ferdinand and also Sprinting Light.
Only 2 horses have actually won over 3,200 meters, which I really believe is an important point in this race. And Icona is one, Rough Rival is the other. Rough Rival, trained by Gene Hamming. Reese van Veek is aboard, and now he's won a race today, and I do know that the stable quietly fancy Rough Rival.
Yes, and here's a horse who's bred by the Doms brothers, who bred last year's winner, Honey Chunk. And his dam is a 3/4 sister to Hobnob, who sired 2 OK Gold Bowl winners, including last year's winner. So, you know, there's a lot in favour of this horse, ridden by Reese van Veek.
By Gay Fandango, out of Everest. And we'll see if Rough Rival gets away here. Drawn 10. They're starting to load now for the 1991 OK Gold Bowl. There's a tremendous atmosphere here, a huge crowd. And, of course, millions of people all over the country. There's money support for El Honrado. Many people wanting to know the first 5 past the post because there are lots of cars to be won and tremendous prizes, too. So a big horse race, a very, very big occasion. And our commentator is Graham Hawkins.
Thank you, Martin. Here's a shot from inside the starting stalls. The last-minute adjustments being made. Coming in there is Peter Dillon. Russell Waterston in the red and blue colours. On this side is on Sand, one of the outsiders in the field. Sacred Pool is Peter Dillon's mount. You can possibly see the black and grey colours there of El Honrado. That was Eaton Lad, Icona. F-Zone also starting to load. Here's in the red and white colours. That's F-Zone, trained by Nigel Riley, ridden by Jeffrey Friedman. He's ridden a winner today. They're just about all set. 750,000 at stake. Right around the track, 3,200 meters to cover. That's Icona coming into the extreme outside stall. Let's hope he gets across shortly after the start. Anton Marcus in the saddle. You can see the horses rearing to go. The handler's taking a hold just to make sure he doesn't burst through, but the starter gets the all clear, and away they go on their 3,200 meter journey, 750,000 at stakes. And here we see Icona on this side in the white cap being hard held by Anton Marcus early on, but that's Rough Rival down the inside who has the early lead. Eaton Lad is racing close to the leaders in second spot. Moving up along his inside, the grey is Lord Fauntleroy, and Big Bet is also up in the firing line in the yellow sleeves and yellow cap. Now it's Big Bet on a very tight rein who leads Eaton Lad by a length. Lord Fauntleroy moving up into third. Rough Rival is fourth, then came Sand. Sprinting Light and Piers Stratham just in behind those runners. They were followed by Space Mission. Then came El Honrado and Tough Turf. Hula King is behind that. Icona's a long way back in the early part of the race, and he's caught about 4 deep on that first turn. And Anton Marcus is going to want to improve his position on the outside. But as they head up now towards the crossover of the tracks and about 2,200 meters to cover, that was Big Bet in the yellow and blue colours who has the lead. Lord Fauntleroy, the grey, has moved up to race second. Eaton Lad in the red and black colours. That's Waishong Moing racing in third spot. Moving up on the outside of him is Space Mission. Then came the early leader, Rough Rival, who's now eased back to race in 5th or 6th position with Sand on the outside. Sprinting Light is in behind those runners, followed by El Honrado. The pace is a really good one.
Tango Man back along the inside. Then came Tough Turf. Icona is racing about 10-12 lengths off the leader. Along his inside is Entree. But as they head down the back stretch now, there was Rough Rival Sprinting Light going past El Honrado, then Entree, and behind that is Sacred Pool as they go down towards the 1400. And out in front, Big Bet Stable Companion to Sprinting Light has the lead from Lord Fauntleroy racing second. Here's the grey. Space Mission in the green and blue colours moving up on the outside of Eaton Lad. Eaton Lad is racing at the rail close to the leaders. Then came Rough Rival, and behind that he's got the red cap and the black colours, but on the outside Sand. Here is Stratum has Sprinting Light just 6 lengths off the leaders. Behind that came El Honrado. In behind El Honrado, Icona still caught 2 or 3 deep on the turn. Now moves up to within a length of El Honrado. Then came Tough Turf. Tango Man is starting to lose ground. Then Hula King Floating Casino. Behind that is Entree. Here is Jeffrey Lloyd on Respectable. As he said, he's racing with only 4 runners behind him, and those 4 runners are Sacred Pool, Entree and F-Zone. At the top of the straight, they've got 800 metres to go now, and Big Bet has been doing the bidding throughout. Dudley White still out in front. Eaton Lad is going well. Just in behind him, moved up to second. Lord Fauntleroy third. Along the inside is Rough Rival. Icona starting to progress, but there's Waishong Moing and Eaton Lad. They've gone to the front in the goal bowl. Eaton Lad has the lead. Icona's under pressure behind him, starting to close. Sprinting Light is moving up. El Honrado is moving up, and Rough Rival's not throwing in the towel. But as they enter the final 300, Eaton Lad, the 4-year-old by Hobnob, is reached here. El Honrado looming up as his danger along the inside, then Rough Rival. But it's Ormond Ferraris and Waishong Moing, and this is a one-horse race. Eaton Lad is streaking home. He's going to bolt home in the OK Gold Bowl. Eaton Lad is many, many lengths here. El Honrado second, but 5 or 6 lengths behind the winner. Then came Rough Rival. Entree was fourth, and in behind there was Sprinting Light. Well, this was no contest from the time that Waishong Moing gave Eaton Lad his head. It was simply a one-horse race. He moved up to grab the lead 400 metres out, and El Honrado tried gamely to make a race of it. But Eaton Lad, the St. Ledger winner last year, simply too good, and Mr. and Mrs. S.L. Harris have won the Gold Bowl. Here we watch the slow-motion replay. In the centre of the track, in the red and black colours, is Eaton Lad. And it's difficult from this angle to just assess how big that advantage is. El Honrado along the inside. Felix could see moving up to second spot. Behind that, Rough Rival battling on for the minor money. Entree and Sprinting Light. But as they enter the final 200, it's Waishong Moing and Eaton Lad who are many lengths clear. And now he's just pointing him in the right direction. And Eaton Lad is streaking home. The easiest OK Gold Bowl winner since Kingsquire won it by 10 lengths. Eaton Lad by 6 lengths. El Honrado second. Rough Rival third. It's very close for fourth between Sprinting Light and Entree.
Well, what a wonderful performance. Waishong Moing, the crowd's favourite here today, his third winner of the afternoon. And what a great achievement for Ormond Ferraris. He not only is the co-breeder and the co-owner, but he's also the trainer. And it's very seldom that in a Group 1 race of this class that a trainer can achieve something like that. Ormond Ferraris must be very, very proud of himself today. This Hobnob horse, Hobnob really bred for this race. It's his third winner. He won last year with Honey Chunk, was second with Respectable last year, formerly won with Royal Line, and today Eaton Lad absolutely paralysed this field. And he's only the second 4-year-old in the last 11 years to win this race, the last one being Aquanaut, and he has a colt who has a great future ahead of him in the staying races.
Because of your interest, Robin, let's talk about Icona. Did the draw actually beat him?
I think he ran a bit too freely in the early part. He took too much out of himself, and he never really ran much of a race. But Eaton Lad, let's take nothing away from him. What a great performance. Here we have a slow-motion replay of the last 200 metres. Waishong Moing on Eaton Lad. He gives the horse a couple of reminders, but ultimately puts his stick away and runs away for the race to win by 6 lengths from the Tony Millard-trained El Honrado. It really is a one-horse race, and a very, very popular victory here as the public favourite for the race in the final stages.
Robin, yes, I think that Luke was also right in saying that El Honrado was fit and willing, so to speak, because Tony Millard, I think, fancied the horse quietly. And there it was. Look, well beaten, but at least he came second.
Yes, he ran a great race. You know, he was weighted to win a 5-year-old with a low weight is what you really want in a race like this. A tradition is anything to go by. he ran a great race, but nothing had a chance with the winner. Eaton Lad was just too good for this entire field on the day.
Well, absolutely. Well, in the parade ring, Martin Locke is ready with the connections of the winner.
Oh, this is a great moment for racing, a great moment for the OK Gold Bowl, and tremendously for Ormond Ferraris, who's been congratulated by Mr. Gordon Hood from the OK. Ormond, this is, I think this is history. Bred, owned, trained, whatever you want to say, Ormond Ferraris.
That's right, Martin. I'm very, very ecstatic about this one, having bred it ourselves.
Why this breeding? Tell us the story.
Well, actually, the mare was a bit crazy. She was warned off for life, so we thought, well, we've got nothing to do with this, so I put it to Hobnob.
You told me 2 weeks ago this was the best in your stable, and you were very, very confident, and just got better and better.
He improved, as I worked him, he improved all the time.
Well, I'm going to let you move across now because your horse is coming in. Well done to Mr. Harris. Washong Mowing has won 2 races. This is his third as he comes in now. Listen to the roar. Well, you're going to hear a tremendous roar when he actually gets here. I think the horse is probably just a little bit fractious now. Well, let's see how the punters feel about it over here.
He's refusing to come to you.
Greatest little jockey. He's the greatest little jockey.
Listen to this for Washong Mowing. Well, spare a thought to the horse because he's very scared at the moment. And I think they're going to keep a little quieter, I hope. Well, just what a sight this is here in the winning box to see a horse with his ears pricked, running such a fantastic race. He cruised this race. Washong Mowing has had a marvelous time. We'll get hold of Washong as he takes off the saddle. But as you can see, you can't get too close to this horse. Washong, if you can join us over here. A great moment. Washong, it's not the first time. You went on Big Lotto as well, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct, in 89.
Well, so you've now won it twice. You must be a very, very happy man.
Very, very happy. Martin, I'd just like to say special thanks to my mother, my wife, Annelie, and all my rest of my family for staying by with me. And most of all, I must thank Mr. Ferraris. And once again, a special thanks to my wife, Annelie, and 2 very close friends of mine, Gavin and Lynn.
Well, Washong,
me to do everything of this.
I want to have a look at the last sort of 600-800 meters as they come into the bend. Just look for the horse behind you. If we can just have a look at the monitor here, Washong. You can pick us up. Just tell us where you are. I'll watch the horse. You can watch the monitor.
Well, I'm in the centre of the course, about half a length now off Big Bet. I've got Lord Pontre on my outside.
There's a great shot of you close up.
Yes. We approached through about the 500. I thought, well, I'll move through comfortably, still travelling on the bit. I thought when I hit the 400, I must go, and they said, catch me if you can, and the tactics worked out.
And when you got to the 200-meter mark, there was absolutely no stopping.
Oh, well, once whistle gets into his stride, he fights on a lot, and the Hobnobs through the ground out, that makes a difference.
Why was there so much confidence in the stable, Washong, early on?
Oh, the horse is working very well.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, there we are. That's Washong Mowing. Well, you just can't hear anything because he's a very, very popular jockey, and we're going to get the official results now from Robin Bruss and Henny Peterson.
He's surely happy, isn't he, Robert? Right, there's the official result then. The winner of the OK Gold Bowl was number 13, Eaton Lad. Second, number 9, El Honrado. Third was number 5, Rough Rival. Fourth, number 14, Entree. And fifth, number 16, Sprinting Light. And there must be quite a few guys, hopefully, Robin, who have those numbers, 39, 5, 14, 16 in that order, and the winner of a motor car.
Yes, and many of those horses, very fancied candidates. And Eaton Lad, one of the favourites, I think that many people will be very, very happy that he's won this race.
Well, I think one of the best races that I've seen, and I've seen the last 15 or so, Robin, you've probably seen more, but I think that was a tremendous ride by Washong Mowing.
Well, it's always great to see a terrific performance of a great horse. I think Eaton Lad will emulate Aquanaut as a 4-year-old to win this race, and who knows if he can come back to win this race next year and the year after that.
Right, well, from us then, Robin Bruss, Martin Locke, myself, James Mapiri, and the whole team, we go back to the Top Sports studio.